Well, guess what? Today is the day we're finally insulating our van. So we finally finished up with the electrical and we are now getting our insulation ready, and we're gonna get her covered. And I just went ahead and bought this whole big old roll because I think we'll be needing it. Okay guys, come on and help us. So the first thing that you guys are gonna be needing is a paper and pen. So what Faustino and I are gonna do is we're gonna measure out the inside of the van first so that we can know how much insulation that we need. We'll cut it and then place it. Hopefully, this will save a lot of time. Let's take you into the van so you can see what Faustino is doing. He's doing all the measuring and I am doing all of the writing. Let's go a little bit closer. Up and down. We're doing the insulation before we cut the windows and cut the roof for the fan. So right now what we're trying to figure out is basically the measurements of the fan so we could know how much insulation we'll be needing for the roof. Now we have done all our measurements and the next step is to cut out the insulation. So guys, what you'll be needing for this part is spray adhesive. So we got the 90M spray adhesive. You'll be needing some scissors. They said industrial scissors, but we'll see how the scissors that we have work and then we'll just go from there.
More like a 17 by 20.
I think we're just going to save the roof for last and yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll save the roof for last. So I think that's it, you guys. I think that's it. Why did we choose wool, Faustino?
I think it was I think it's safe. Actually, I think it was safer than all the regular house insulation. It's got, I think it's treated with chemicals. And I think another reason it's when it gets wet, I think it dries up quicker, isn't it? I don't know. Because Tenaj picked it, and that's what everybody else uses, honestly. So I'm not trying to be all technical. Everyone else uses it, so you might as well just use what everyone else is using, right?
Well, no, you might as well know why you're using what everyone else is using, because everyone is not using wool. One, wool is more expensive than the regular fiberglass insulation, and the fiberglass insulation is actually harmful to the environment. Now, the wool, on the other hand, is not only good for the environment, but it's also fireproof. So living in a small area like the van, we definitely want to use more and more materials that are fireproof. So that's two reasons why we used it. I'm sure throughout the van build, Faustino will be able to come up with or hear another reason, and then he'll be able to let you know. Right? So right now Faustino is getting the insulation together, which we'll probably have to take outside of the van because we're going to have to roll it, we're going to have to measure it, and then we're going to have to cut it. Okay, so I just put my first piece of wool in and I think it came out pretty good. So we're just gonna do this 1,000 more times because we have so many more holes to cover, and we'll take you guys along with us.
So we just finished the left side of the van. We're getting ready to jump on the upper right side. Left side went pretty good. We missed a couple of spots. We just cut them a little bit too short, but we'll be able to go back in and just put some on the side. Other than that, it's going pretty easy. It shouldn't take long. I'd say maybe like another 20 minutes and I think we're done with installation. This is where we cut it short at. So we'll just go ahead and fix that up here in a few.
Here we are I just finished the top row. I think it came out pretty good. It came out pretty good. We actually re-measured everything on this side just to make sure that the insulation fit perfectly, and it does now. Now Faustino is still working on the wheel well. He has that one to do, and then he'll come over here and finish this one. Now what I have to do is I have to do the side panels, this one and that one. Remember, we're not going to put anything over here because there'll be a window. There'll also be a window on that side and right there. So guys, I think it's coming along. I think it's coming along. Now after we do the sides, remember we still have to do the roof. So far it's been pretty cool. We've completed the top left side and now we're cutting out the bottom left side. So this is the size of the squares that we're cutting. This one is, I want to say, a 28 by 16, I believe. And I'm gonna cut out 2 so that I won't have to come in here as often. So I'm gonna cut out 2 and then I'll come back for the rest. Now this hasn't been hard at all, but what I would suggest you guys is measure twice, cut once. I might as well take you guys with me. Come on. This is what we're looking like so far. So the top row is already done. And I just started my first square on the bottom row. So what I am super excited about is the fact that it is not hot out here today. It's very windy. Today is, what is today? The days have basically been running together. I want to say today is like September 15th. And we're getting that really nice breezy fall wind. So I am definitely grateful for that. I'm just going to turn you around just a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Can you get the scissors? I need the scissors. So look, let me show you. Let me show you just a bit. So Faustino measured. He measured all the holes, right? And they measured 28, but there is 28 in height. But there's this little thing right here that stops the entire piece of wool, the entire sheet of wool from going to the top. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of cut it so that it can wrap around this thing here, because we still have so much room at the top that actually needs to be covered. So let's see how this works. Oh great, that fit perfectly. So all I had to do was basically make some minor adjustments so that the remaining wool can actually go behind this thing right here.
Algo más rico que la miel, mi droga que te legalicen. No digamos el pecado, que hay cosas que no se dicen. Y en la piel tú y yo jugando.
This is what we've done so far. I think we're doing a pretty good job. Some of the pieces were cut incorrectly, but we can always go over and fix it. I would rather have much more than to stuff these crevices with less wool. But yep, this is it so far. We're gonna save over the tire wells for last. So since we're finished the bottom row and the top row, bam! Now it's time to start on the right side. Yeah. So this side over here may have taken about an hour. I'm assuming that this side is gonna take about an hour, maybe shorter, because now we know kind of what we're doing and we can work a little bit faster. But I think we're doing pretty good. What do you think? So you guys comment below and tell us what you guys think of our progress so far. I think it's good. What do you think, Faustino?
I think it's going great. I think the second side will be a little bit better since the first side was kind of like the practice side.
The practice side, right? Yeah, kind of like the way that we did our side panels. The first side took a long time, but the second side, we were finished in no time. So it's time for me to get back to work, guys.
Los dos vamos a matar, toda esa curiosidad. Baby, si se nos da, será lo que será, los dos vamos a matar, toda esa curiosidad. Solo yo sé desayunar, solo tú comes el pastel. Con estilo siempre te vas, pero te vienes con placer.
We're making progress. We are definitely making progress. Now, what you can expect when working with so much wool is wool to get everywhere. I'm not sure if you guys can see this. Hold on just a second. Look at this. I have wool everywhere on me. Front, back, up, down, everywhere. But we're almost finished. We're almost finished, and it's looking pretty good, if I should say so myself. This one is going to be the longest piece I cut. So this one is going to be 49 in length and 27 in width. So this is going to go on the side panels. Let's see how it goes. Okay, let's go.
No somos algo serio, pero bien si me conoces. Ya, tú eres el antojo de mi vida. De tanto que te pienso ya no encuentro la salida. Pero no somos nada, nada, girl. Pero no somos nada, nada.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray this side. I'm gonna let it get, I guess, a little bit sticky, a little tacky, and then I'll place it on the van.
Tú solo dices que quieres más, que matemos la curiosidad. Eso hacemos. Y si se nos da, será lo que será, los dos vamos a matar, toda esa curiosidad. Y si se nos da, será lo que.
So another thing I wanted to share with you guys is a little trick. So you see that we have these little holes, and it's kind of hard to get the insulation through the holes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a hole in the installation, or because I don't have my scissors, I'm going to tear a hole. In the installation. I'm going to tie it up with a string. I suggest you use a string. We didn't have string, so what I'm using is fishing wire. So I'm gonna make a knot in it like this. And one of the good things about having small fingers is that I can feed the wire through the holes with my fingers and kind of and assist it through a little bit. The GoPro just fell.
Which one?
The one in the front. Now because the string is so flimsy, I can't really push it through the hole, so I have to find something that I'll be able to pull it out with. So what I'm going to do is rig this up, and hopefully this works. Booyah! Just like that.
So if you haven't had a chance to look at it, this is how it looks like up close. It's basically wool on one side and it has a black covering on the other. Alright guys, that's how we did our van installation. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something from it. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll check you out next time. Alright then, deuces.